Hi guys, I hope everybody's doing well, feeling well. I am going to be completely honest with you and let you know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling extremely sad and I'm feeling extremely angry. Now, in my family, we call this angry. Because you just got to make light of it sometimes because I am so frustrated with all the news. Now, did we know that this was going to happen? Did we know this was going to be a crazy month? Do we know that tomorrow we're going to wake up and find out even more crap? Yep. And then on top of it, I find out somebody in my immediate family is in palliative care because of cancer. And it makes you realize, my God, there's no movement, there's no going, there's no closure. You can't even go and hug somebody. Like, what the hell are we doing? We have the right to go to the store and get groceries. We have the right to work at a grocery store. But we don't have the right to be with our loved ones or to attend a funeral in a proper way. I understand that there are rules and regulations that we have to maintain to take care of those of us who are the most vulnerable in our society. But I truly, truly believe that how a society treats their dead, that says a lot about that society, and I'm not quite sure I like what's being said about us right now. I don't know how history is going to look back at this and what everything's going to look like in a year down the road. What information are we going to find out? But I just know that when it's being talked about and it's sort of like, oh, it's to help everybody, then you can think one way. But when it hits your home, if it's your child, your mother, your husband, there's got to be some semblance of kindness, of humanity, of empathy. Like, people are dying alone. My heart is broke. Truly broke. And I thought, oh, how do I do this reading? How do I get over my sadness and my anger? So, I mop the floors. Now, I mean, everybody mops their floors, but once a month, I live in the country. I wash the floors, and 2 seconds later, they're filthy. So, I put on some really good tunage, and I put my knee guards, because once I get down on the floor, I can't get back up like I used to. And I started washing the floor. And I can truly say I was so grateful to be washing the floor because I have a slip disc, a bulging disc, and it causes sciatica. So I have literally spent a month on my back on the floor, not being able to move. So even just doing the act of washing the floor gave me a sense of gratitude. And that's what you have to do. In all this chaotic crazy, you've got to find that point of where can I find gratitude, even if it's for the smallest thing or the biggest thing. And then once you feel that gratitude, you hold on to that feeling. That feeling creates a thought. That thought creates a positive manifestation. That positive thing that happens to you creates a good feeling. And then we start that cycle all over. And it doesn't matter how chaotic the outside world is, you can control the chaos within your own personal world. And just because I don't want to leave this off on a real sad, kind of like depressing note, I was washing the floor, and literally I looked up at the clock on the stove, and it said 11:11. And my son came out, my 10-year-old, and I was, he's like pretending he was asleep. And I said, buddy, is my music too loud? He's like, no, it's good song, good song. And he sat up on the stool because I had everything moved out of the kitchen. And I'm like, no, buddy, do not land yourself there. You are not staying there and, talking your way into staying up late. And he's like, just till the song's over. I said, sure. because I just did not want to cause this big kerfuffle before he went to bed. It's just, pick your battles. Well, the next thing I know, I hear him singing. I could be, talking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. He was singing the words to Hotel California. And I was like, well, Lord Lipton, I might be really after screwing up 3 individuals, my 3 kids that I'm raising, but they're going to have really good musical choices. Like, they've got good music, the things. I just thought it was the cutest thing to see him singing Hotel California. So on my knees washing the floor, grateful that at 11:11 my son is leaning over singing Hotel California and giving me a kiss. So I thought, oh, let's do a reading. Let's have a look. 1, we need to look into Flynn. Come on, like, what's going on there? Then I thought, let's have a look and check out and see how are the Democrats, how are the Republicans, and how are the others being the independents, how are they feeling now that so much has come? Let's look at their energies at the beginning of May, because it's going to be really interesting to see how they are reflective from the beginning of May to the end of May. So let's start off. We'll do the Democrats first. Let's have a look at the Democrats. Let's see what their main focus is. First question, what their main focus is. Second question, how are they going to vote? What's going to be the vibration around their voting? What's their best course of action? So when I'm taking in this vibration for this reading, I'm asking the feeling of the Democrats, the ones, the true Democrats, to put their energies into my cards. We'll see what the best course of action is for them, and then the outcome. I'll do the same for the Republicans. I'll do the same for the others, and then we'll look into Flynn. So let's have a look. For the Democratic Party, what is their main focus right now? What's the Democrats' main focus right now? Okay. We have the High Priestess. Oh, I got to get this in the light properly. These cards are a bit... I love these new cards. They were early Mother's Day gift, and it was from Amazon. And they're only like $20 or $21, which is pretty terrific. And they have the English on the bottom, because I've seen a lot of them with the Chinese writing on the bottom. Quite reflective. And here's the box, in case anybody was interested in it. Now, I'm a huge fan of the original Waite Tarot. I tend to stick with them. If you ever look at all my different cards, they tend to carry the same, Rider Waite kind of version. I'm not really into all the newfangled ones. I guess just, what you get used to. So we've got the High Priestess. So that is in action, but waiting for action. There's secrets here. I don't think the Democrats are going in blindly. I think there's Democrats that are going to be looking at who the VP pick is. That's going to be a huge influence on how people feel and how money flows into the party. Because look, the people who are the bankers, they've let Biden know that we don't want Stacey Abrams. We don't want Elizabeth Warren. They're not people we want looking into us. And, they seem somewhat happy, or, like Kamala Harris, Whitmer, what was the other one? Klobuchar. So I think that there's going to be a lot of importance put on who, and this is a female, he's going to put in as he's number 2, his second, which is funny because this is number 2, who he's going to put in as VP. I think that if he was to put in Stacey Abrams, because, my God, that woman, complete focus. She would be a beautiful voice for a group of people who don't have a voice, who are not being represented. And she's really into voter suppression and about rights and stuff. So I think she really could be a major person to right the ship. But then she's also doesn't have a lot of experience. Elizabeth Warren, you know she's going to get into everybody's business, but they don't want her. They don't want her doing that. So I think if Biden truly wants change, he will go for the not obvious. If he's going to keep status quo, then we're probably going to be looking at, somebody who's not Stacey Abrams, somebody who's not Elizabeth Warren. So it's going to be interesting. That's going to be a factor. So what will the Democratic voters, what will be their role in the election? What will be their role into the election? Okay. They want to hold on. They want to, I think they're waiting to see what the offer is going to be, and they want to win, yes, but they also don't want to lose their Democratic base, their Democratic, not base, the foundation of the Democratic Party. I think there is a holding on to what our values are, because the light is being shown on everybody. And there's secrets here. There's a secret there. So what's the best course of action for the Democrats? What's the best course of action for the Democrats? What's the best course of action for the Democrats? There's something a little bit strange here, because this is the second card of secrets. This is them. Do they have a secret plan? Is there's some kind of secrecy here? There's some kind of there's a secret. It's almost like they're waiting for the results, that they want to have a cleansing, but they're not sure. I don't think they feel secure in their position, so they have plans in order to keep going forward. There's secret plans here, guys. There's something happening that we're not aware of, and I don't know if we will. I think it's almost like I feel like they're I don't know. There's some secret, some kind of, maybe a plan B of some sort. Okay, let's look. What's the outcome? Again, the waiting. It's like they're looking at what is, and I think there's still this sort of like, right now, the energies are sort of saying like, I'm not satisfied with what you have produced. So it's almost like they feel like they it's almost like they're not being given a good choice. Interesting. But there's some kind of secret, something happening. Maybe there's a secret plan. There's a plan B. Maybe they already have it worked out that, hey, Biden, you do X, Y, Z, and before you're even in there, you'll be out of there. Who knows? Something interesting happening there. Okay, let's have a look at the Republicans. We'll ask the same 4 questions for the Republicans. So, first question is, what is their focus? What is the Republicans' focus right now? This is treason. This is corruption. This is a change of destiny. So it's almost like the Republicans are feeling the pressure of all their misdeeds. They know that there's a small light being shined on it, but they don't want it to be there. And it's almost like they see their destiny coming towards them and they don't want it. Interesting. What is their role coming for the election? What's their role coming with the election? What's their role coming with the election? Strangely enough, the voters from the Republican Party are feeling like the worst is ahead of them, and they are feeling a huge amount of anxiety. They feel like they've already been through the battle, they've already been through enough, and they are getting really tired. They're battered. They feel battered. What is the best outcome for them? What's the best outcome for them? What's the best outcome for them? Best outcome for them. So I guess the best thing for them to do going forward is to feel the fear and do it anyway. This is almost like telling the Republicans that, or the Republican voters, hey, you need to prepare for the worst. Interesting. So what will be, that was the best outcome, is to prepare for the worst. So what will be the outcome? What will be the outcome? So this is waiting on the future. This is the future's unknown. This is the situation remaining unresolved for right now. They are going to come together. They're going to come together. They're full of anxiety. They're full of worry. But they're just going to wait out the situation and see if what they do is enough, or if maybe they're trying to hope that they get other people to kind of be part of it, to, that they're hoping that between, themselves and maybe the independents, that they'd be able to, figure out a way or something. I don't know. Interesting. So I don't feel like the Republican voters are feeling secure at all. I think they kind of see the writing on the wall, and it's almost like they're being told, hey, you need to prepare for the worst, because this ain't looking good for you guys. My card just flipped. Hold on. Sorry. I don't like being able to see the cards as I'm picking them, because then I don't feel like, I just feel like then I'm choosing the answer rather than getting it organically from the cards. So let's look at the independent people. Let's look at the independent voters. What is their main focus right now? For the independent voters, what is their main focus? So their focus is on the decision being made. They are weighing things out. I think the independents are pretty much like, they can see what's right and wrong with the Republicans. They can see what's right and wrong with the Democrats. They can't see what's wrong with themselves. But I think they have, they're more intent on looking at the media and looking at it from all sides, and really balancing and thinking this out before they make any decisions. So let's look. what will the voters, what's going to be the focus of the voters going in? What's going to be the focus of the voters going in? What's going to be the focus? Okay. So I think the independents are pretty much going to be checking out the media, checking out everything. They're not. They're the independents, the ones that don't have. They haven't decided which way to go yet. They are very much going to be in trying to get to the truth. They're going to be trying to balance out the news, balance out the messaging, balance out what they're hearing. The independents are going to be extremely important in making the decision as to who's going to win this. I think if you want to see how during the next few months the situation is going to be going, how the flow of the situation is going to be going, you need to look towards the independents, because they seem to be the ones that are really focusing and checking on the media, because they don't, let's face it, if you're a Democrat, you're looking through things with a blue glasses. If you're a Republican, you're looking through things with a red glasses on. So I'm thinking that we need to look to the independents to see how things are going. So let's look at what's their best course of action. Oh, same card. Just keep going. Check out the media. Check out the messaging. Try to search out the truth and then make the decision. The independents are going to be, they're going to be part of the decision making. These are going to be the ones that you're going to look at and see, because the Dems are Dems, the Republicans are Republicans. It's the independents are going to be the ones that you're going to be like, what's happening here? Their outcome, they are going to truly try to go on the side of truth. They are really going to be, they're going to be the ones that are going to be seeking out the news. They're not going to make a decision until it's close to time to make a decision. That's how it looks. Interesting. So, let's have a look at what's his name? Lord Lipton. Flynn. Let's look at Flynn. What's going on with Flynn? Because let's just look at it past, present, and future, because he has literally been by bar said, we're going to drop the charges. He is the one that said, yes, guilty. Now, there's so much going to be coming out, because, you got the one camp saying that, hey, they set him up. There's another camp saying, no, that's how we normally do things. There's information coming out that there was a lot of pressure put on him, but not just him, they put pressure on his son. Which, if that did happen, I'm not okay with that, because, anytime you're dealing with a situation, always put yourself into that situation and think to yourself, imagine if that was me, my mom, my brother, my sister, fill in the name, fill in the blank, and that was being done to you. It's sort of like when Trump was like, when you put them in the police car, don't even bother with their heads, let them bang. No. Even if they just hurt somebody or they did something awful, why would you want to, hurt and create all that negative? And it's like, when did we lose our humanity? When did we become inhuman to one another? I don't understand. Yes, you can have a difference of opinion. Yes, there's right and wrong. There's people that are wrong, that are bad, and need to have justice. But my goodness gracious, like, we are we're just in a really bad time. So let's have a look. What is his past, present, and future for Flynn? Let's look at his past, present, and future for Flynn. That card wants to come out, so let's just have a look. In the past, we have the Five of Cups. So I think that there was there's more to this story than we know. There's information about this story that we don't know. I think that he had, in Trump, he had found a way to create something that he thought he had lost. This is This is in the past. This is lost. This is telling me that there's something. There's an element of where this began, where this loss began. There's something that happened where he had to turn, because he turned his back on what he knows. So there's a loss there. So I'm thinking that in the past, he had two paths and he chose the wrong one. He got involved. There's something treasonous, something corruptive about this. In the present. This is really a weird vibration. Maybe this whole reading is just a weird vibration. It's just this really undecided. So presently, there's a sacrifice that was made for him to have his freedom. There was a sacrifice made. There's something from his past that allowed and made it important for them to sacrifice their reputation, their, especially for Barr. This has taken another huge hit, but there's some kind of loss. There's some kind of something from the past that the sacrifice is why he got through today. How's this going to affect his future? How is this going to affect his future? How is this going to affect Flynn's future? It's very hard because, there's so much mystery to it. And as much as we think we know, we don't know jack. We really don't. There's so much more that goes on that we have no idea of. What's the outcome going to be? I think he's going to go through his trials and tribulations, but I think there's some reason that the White House, Barr, those in a power position are going to try to, they haven't just tried, they've set him free, and in the future they might have their bumps because this is small, so there's going to be some small issues. But right now he's gotten away with it. In the near future, he's gotten away with it. In the far future. So, guys, it just seems to me like for right now, the energies as they flow right now, this man's not getting in any huge trouble. He's going to have little issues, little problems, but there's something from his past. And, that also could be information that's going to still be coming out. Because don't forget, there's going to be information coming out all over the place. It's going to be wackadoodle crazy. What you think is right today is going to be wrong tomorrow. Oh my God. I just feel like this is such... the energy I'm feeling is this really dragged out kind of... I just feel so lethargic. Like, it's almost like, dear God, is this ever, never, ever going to end? I want to know... What was Barr? Why? Let's quick card. Let's just see. Why? Can you give us some info as to why would Barr? I mean, literally, a couple of months ago they were trying to, get him debarred. Is that proper? I'm not even sure. I'm getting tired now. But why would he put so much on the line? Queen of Cups. This is a cover-up. This is the only one where the queen covers the cup. The cup is covered. You can't see the contents. There's a cover-up. There's more to the story. This is a female energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Bar going back into Russia, into this is so much bigger than we ever knew. And it's so sad because everybody's like, Trump, Trump, Trump. He's just the fool. He's just the person they take a picture of to put on the advertisement, but he has no real say in it. He's just a doof. Honest to God, I truly, Barr, Pence, all these people, they're scarier than Trump. They really are. I'm worried about them. Alright, so that's my reading. I'm not happy with that, but it is what it is. The cards are telling me what the energies are, and you know what? This is a time of retrograde for the next few months. So what retrograde is coming back to revisit things. And here they did come back. They revisited Flynn, and it turned out that they let him get away with it. So I think we should revisit this in 3 months and see if after the retrograde, when we go forward, will there be forward movement on Flynn and on all the other injustices. But I don't know, guys. Well, you know what? That's not true. I told the story about Pandora's box the other day. Well, it's not actually a box. It was a clay pot, and said, Trump is like the Pandora's box that got opened. But when you continue the story of Pandora's box, she hears, when she lets all the terrible stuff out of the box, and she hears this beautiful noise coming from the box. And it's not like all the bad noises of all the injustice and hurt and pain that she had let out. And when she looked, there was this beautiful light coming out of the box, and it was hope. And that no matter how much anger and upset and anxiety and crazy that goes on in this world, there will always, always, always be hope. So that is the ending of Pandora's box, and that's exactly what we have, and that's all we've ever had. We can only hope that we get to see tomorrow. Right now is all we got. So with that, leaving you with hope, and hoping that you all had a great day, that you're doing well, and as always, I have my candle lit for each and every one of us. I hope you're all doing well. We'll talk soon. Take care, guys.